Hello, if you can read like me, then you probably know I'm doing something a little bit different. Originally, I wanted to record a video where it's like, what is Etheria Restart at level 50, but I kind of got distracted and now I'm level 100. So now I sort of want to do like a, is Etheria Restart still fun? Is it still worth it to play, I guess? And it's kind of like an account review of like where I'm at and like how I think the game is right now. So I think once you hit 50, you're pretty much gonna be doing the same thing all the way up to level 100. You're just at the grind stage, which is like your typical gacha. You probably have completed most dungeons and most everything. Probably not Inferno. I can't even beat all Infernos. Only people really who have like max refreshed and like farmed their ass off like since release have been able to actually clear Infernos. I don't max refresh at all. Like as you can see, I still have 21,000 gems and I have spent quite a bit of gems on banners. Now, is Etheria's Restart fun? Well, I've been playing for this long, so obviously it is. Now, to put it in perspective, I currently play 7 gachas consistently. For me to be still playing Etheria Restart and hit max level, that's pretty much saying everything right there. Because if a gacha wasn't fun, I just wouldn't play it because I have other options as well. And there are quite a few gachas coming out that I'm really looking forward to. And when they do come out, Etheria is definitely not the first gacha I'm dropping. How much time it takes to commit to play. I say Etheria, out of all my gachas, takes the longest to do every day. And that's mainly because of certain events. The events are not out right now, but we had Phantom Theater. It takes a bit. We basically just AFK it and you just select your characters and then you just tab off. The other one is Cage Rumble and Infinity Train. And we just had Cage Rumble and Infinity Train both at the same time. And man, that was a brutal. Both of them just take so long and you just don't do anything with it. You just basically set and auto it. You just don't care. So that's definitely my main complaint. But Keep It Game, I think that's my favorite mode. Cyber Shadows, it's alright. It's a meme hunt, I believe. That's what this is. Yeah, that's not that bad. The other events, especially the rolling events, like these, where you just play and you get gems and this is a guaranteed perfect last, which is really important. These are basically like crowns, but except imagine you had to have a crown for every level. So yeah, I always like these because it's a bunch of free stuff. Ooh, and we also have a discount temple. Let's go. This game is super generous in terms of pulls. Look, I have 19. Every week you're guaranteed like 20 pulls if you buy like the half off, like, or not half off, it's like 20% off or something. Crazy amount of pulls. Like I've easily done over 5,000 pulls. I wish like they had a site that can track your summons and stuff. I could like look at like what's my first 5-star, what pay did I get at. It's so hard to track how many pulls you've actually done because there is an achievement for like pulling like 4,000 times. So that's the only reason why I know I pulled over like 5,000 times already. Let's see, can't get anything. No, it's purple. Of course. And I would say a lot of the characters are actually pretty useful. Now, what I haven't been able to clear so far, Aurora is probably the hardest for me. I haven't been able to clear up to Hell for Paramatron. I've just recently been able to hit Doki Doki. And for, I probably could do Infernal Sharon, but I haven't tried it yet. Nico Nana is probably my first and like your easiest Infernal to do. And recently I've been able to clear Infernal Hoyan, which you basically just need plus 130 and have dots, and basically that's his requirements. Rengotsu, he is really hard. And Heinrich, I haven't been able to clear yet. And that's where my standings are. Now, I will take you. Let's do some character reviews. I have a 281 speed Lilith, which she's probably my best built character. She has been carrying me forever. Her CC is amazing. I even maxed out her S1 for the speed and more additional turns. And I may or may not have bought and got some of her copies for or from your union. Lily, I have plus 144, which is a 271 speed epic bramble, and I have gotten her 3 times. Yeah, Lily might be your most sought off character, but please stop giving me Lily. I want other LEDs already. And Shadow Sonya plus 130 is definitely needed, which is over 245. Yeah, about 240, 250 speed is probably we need total. Of course, I only maxed her S1, and I do have 1 copy of her. Kazuyo, I used to use Kazuyo a lot. After they nerfed Revelation in PvP, I haven't really been using her as much. I use her with Silence, which is really helpful early game because you don't really have you have difficulty surviving, but after you start building up your account and like having actual other good characters and debuffers, you really don't care about survivability as much because you can just out damage everything. Bengus, another core of Thought, I have maxed them out plus 132, which is 255 speed, a nice artisan, and Vilmocha, which is the character for Inferno Doki. And my build is actually not that well built, I will say. Only plus 86 crit damage. I have way too much crit rate as well. My build's kind of scuffed right now. I really don't want to use Fury. Ideally, I think I would do Harvest and Momentum. You really just need a shell. Like, I need this exact shell, but without Fury, and have Momentum instead. Fury Edge is pretty good on her. And your GOAT early game character, Ditting. He's probably your #1 character you want to build. That's first thing. He'll be your best second DPS for a while. That is until you actually can get a replacement like Lilium. She is honestly so fucking broken. And I have, as you can see, I have put a lot of lattice investment into her. Complete maxed out. And of course I'm running Harvest Kenai because this is a PvP build. Now I just need Harvest Kenai and Swift Raid on her to be completely complete, because I've recently, like I said, been able to clear Doki. So having this Swift Raid would be really good since I can actually complete it on her. Kloss. I just recently got Kloss because of the selector. I selected Kloss and then my next 5-star all standard was a fucking Kloss. Of fucking course, classic gacha. But she has been so fucking helpful. And she doesn't need that much lattice investment or anything. So she's just an all-around good character to use. Oh, I don't have speed here. That'll be good to get. Sanya. She is my only healer I've been using. I've been using her forever. 244 speed. I still have a yellow over here as well. And Obol. Obol is actually quite OP, even outside of Dot, because of this S3 here. And having Codex, which basically lets you do 2 skills in a row, is insane. It's a team-wide stun. And I have 2 of them in a row. Of course, he's 250 speed as well. I really wish I can get better one of these, but I'm still trying to farm Ringo. Another funny one I built is Vice. He does have some use cases, but I've only been able to use him a couple times, so maybe not as important to build, but I built them for the lols, the ha-has. This guy, I used to use him a bit, but I haven't used him in a while, as you can see. Marvel. Marvel is actually pretty useful. I don't really use him much anymore. I didn't max him out, but his turn meter, his T-wide turn meter down it's pretty useful early on, especially since he's a 4-star. Only 233 speed. Hellkid. I'm still trying to build up Hellkid. This is best I can get him right now, but he seems pretty useful if you can actually get him to be fast enough. Nell, or otherwise known as Nilu. She was known as Nilu before. I'm not sure why her name changed. All I knew she was called Nell after I pulled for her. But yeah, just effect, accuracy, and speed. 248 speed. She's basically known as like a mini Lily, kind of. She is kind of like Floss plus Lily together. And she also heals a little bit. And I've been using her actually quite a lot with Lilium. Heinrich. I've been trying to build up Heinrich as well. But again, his build kind of sucks. 240 speed. I tried building Rahu, but I kind of gave up. So we're not going to talk about that. Chiaki. Chiaki, I'm actually trying to build right now. Her shell is only level 10. I would level up more, but yeah, I'm kind of poor. I'm still trying to farm Ringo. I just start investing in her because I don't really have an attack buffer. I know Valorant is an attack buffer, but I'm very picky about what characters I use. If you know me, then you probably know why, but I think she should be like plus 120 or something once I max out her shell. I make sure I just have plus 12 Swift Rush and it's whatever has highest speed over here. But she should be really good as an attack buffer once I can level her up. Having Codex on her is actually really good. Basically, after you get an attack buff, the second time you use her S4, or her S3, sorry, after you use her S3 and she has an attack buff, and then you use it again, she increases everyone's turn meter. And Codex lets you do it twice in a row, so you just get a turn meter quicker. Catchy the Goat, 253 speed, which honestly is kind of slow, but he is pretty good at... Oh, I don't even have speed here yet either. Making sure you don't get dots, which I try to use him, but every time I do, it still die anyways, because I'm usually replacing my healer with him. If I don't replace my healer, I'm replacing like a buffer or something, so I can never clear. He's good, but he's also kind of difficult to use. You gotta be fast enough and have enough damage. And that's pretty much all of who I really have built. If I go over here, you can see how many SSRs I actually fucking have. Too many. And of course, over here, Union, free stamina, and the Union assist, getting you copies of your character. Of course, you have to do it 50 times for 1 copy, but in the long run, it's amazing, honestly. Like, you can assist yourself, which I always do, because I'm greedy, and I can assist other characters, of course. Being in Union has a lot of benefits. Ooh, we have the Worm, almost dead. So, let's see how much damage this Yelly can do. Okay, just a Lily buff. Not bad, not bad. But now, get debuff. Oh, there's no vulnerability. She missed her vulnerability. Vulnerability is on there. Please do a lot. 180. Okay, not bad. Oh my god, so many follow-ups. 196, not bad. Oh, there you go. 200, over 200. Yeah, apparently you can do much higher if you have an attack buffer, which I don't have, which is why I'm trying to get an attack buffer built. Now, this is where people start getting really engrossed. Arena Realm. This is the RTA mode. I only play for the weekly limit. Basically, I just go as far as I can, and then when I start losing, I enter and I immediately exit just to get the 2,000 weekly limit. Get the 2,000 weekly limit for the shop for these, obviously. What was it? Master, yeah. I have this frame, so I hit master before, but it puts me all the way down like super far, so it takes me forever to get back up to where I was, let alone past where I was. But this is probably the surprisingly most fun mode. This is an interesting setup here. I always take the easier ones, obviously. Even it's less points, I know it's gonna take me a little bit longer, but hey, easy points are easy points. You can also see, look at their shells. This is a gold. That's the only red shell he has. So this is probably gonna be easy win. Lilith is MVP for just PvP in general. So what I can do is basically stay at land. She's basically out of the game. I push her back so far, she has no chance of moving again. Lilium. Now I could just kill her, or I could completely shut down their thing. Like with an insta kill. And with that, I basically won. Okay, let's see the land out. S2, the kill. And if you kill with your S2, it stuns the entire team. And yep, just time to clean up. I'm not really into PvP, but this is like so fun. Like I wish I had infinite tickets. I really don't like RTA, but with the preset teams, I love it. And by the way, he's missing 2 stars on his Val. Now, Cyber Shadows, it's just more fighting and meme hunts. But I want to show you Cupid Game. Cupid Game is, like I said, my favorite. Oh yeah, the first one's always a beginner difficulty for some reason. Let's do, oh, we only get 3? Oh, okay, here is the real. You can choose Hard Nightmare, but you always want to do Inferno. What? There's no gems or anything? I've never seen this before. A reset board. Okay, 1, just gems. Come on. Lattice. Okay, I actually might do lattice. Yeah, place 1 down here. Cross boost. Yeah, I guess I'll get some of these. Up a star as well. Where's all my boosts, man? Okay, perfect. Yeah, sure, whatever. Yeah, this is best placement. Oh, horizontal boost. Yes, I get the red. Red 2 stars. Oh, red 3 stars. What are my options? I get another lattice? Oh my god. I kind of want pools as well, but yeah, fuck it. I'll do lattice. Alright, start challenge. So I get 3, 4, or 10. Even if I get 3, I get a perfect lattice. This is technically PvE, but it's also PvP character technically, because these are all characters you can use. So how much do I do? Can I still one-shot? Doki Doki here. Not quite. And I get the lowest possible, of course. But yeah, that is basically where Etheria is at. And I'll lead us off with a final 10 pull. Yeah, of course it's nothing. So Etheria, still fun. Yeah, at least for now. Like I said, Etheria is definitely not the first game I'm dropping out of all the gachas I play. I still think what I said originally, it's like a classic gacha, but kind of HSR inspired. At least that's how it feels it plays. And because they're so generous with pulls, it really just makes you want to stay, so you can keep gambling. I gotta gamble. Keep gambling. That is basically where Etheria is at now. And if you're ever interested in starting to play, come, just do it. It's free. You can get a lot of dopamine with how many fucking pulls they give you. And if you're a new player, the only tip I have is Grim Pursuit. These are like the biggest stat boosts you can have, and probably the hardest to get to have like perfect shells, even more than modules. And I would say having a decent shell is more important than a module. So yeah. That's about it, and I'll see you next time. Bye!